What is up, you guys? Coming back in with another video today. I have acquired something new, and I do believe this one is going to be perfect to actually keep in the channel, being that I've bounced around through so many bikes in the past year. So a little bit of, I guess, like knowledge on the bike, right? So I got an 05 Gixxer, and this one is not an old clapped out girl whatsoever. It's got a nice 15,000 miles on it, and the person I bought it from, I can tell you, I don't really think he put a lot of miles on the bike, just simply judging by the condition of the bike overall. And he said he bought it from an older man a couple years ago with we'll just estimate probably like 13,000 miles on it, because he said he only put about 2,000 miles on this bike, which in 2 years, that's not a lot of riding if you ask me. So I'm just happy that I got a pretty good deal on it. It could have been a lot worse. I paid really close to the same amount for this as I did my first Gixxer, which would be the first sport bike you've seen on the channel whatsoever. But I can't be more happier with this purchase right here. Even better, my buddy, he has the R6 now that I had, which was the last sport bike you've seen, the most recent one. And so I have good hopes on this summer being a really good year on actually riding. You know, I've got a few more buddies that can ride with us now, and yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And now I've got this new girl right here. It's so nice, and I can't believe how well maintained this bike is. And when I say that it is in like mint condition, I really do mean it. I think the only thing that's been changed on this bike is the fuel pump and the darn exhaust. It has a slip-on Yoshi exhaust, which, hey, I'll take it. When I picked the bike up, the guy didn't have it on there. Don't ask me why. He didn't really have a good reason. He said he messed up one of the bolts, which he did. He like cross-threaded it, or just, you know, cranked it down way too far in there and it broke the head off. One of the two. I'm assuming he cross-threaded it, which it was just 1 out of 4. So me personally, I threw the exhaust back on it so that the bike isn't droning so loud and screaming everywhere you go. Right now it's got a lot calmer sound to it from when I drove it home. I picked it up about 2.5 hours away, so I got off of work an hour early and then spent the rest of my day going out there to pick this thing up, which, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sucky. It was pretty cold on the way back, but hey, that's what they make gear for. And let's be honest, this isn't the first time I've actually drove that far for a vehicle, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. Good gear, I'm telling you guys. It helps out with stuff like that, especially when dealing with the coldness. You know, a good leather jacket, and even something as small as just some coveralls or overalls, whatever y'all want to call them, bibs. I've heard them called quite a bit of things, but yeah, you know, that really helped. Not gonna lie though, I ain't been on a sport bike. Ooh, look at that bug, you guys. Golly, man, I just have a soft spot for those. It's been a while since I've been on a sport bike, so riding back wore my back out and my stomach and my legs out, so I basically wore everything out. But hey, that's just some, you know, some first world problems, right? I've rode this bike now twice before this video, so y'all are still relatively getting a brand new look into me on the bike. I did not want to drive it around a lot without doing the oil change, and the front tire on this thing was a little sketchy at the very least. It had a bunch of flat spots and uneven wear on it, and was dry rotted, so I really did not want to be getting on the beans with it. Not to mention, I think it's a thing you must do with every brand new bike you get. Change the oil, you guys. If it's the only thing you do, change the oil. It's like the blood in your bike. Man, I'm getting the good lights. And because I talked to the guy who did the service on this, because yeah, I did just go ahead and pay somebody to do this. I'm lazy in that aspect. He informed me that it definitely looked like he'd been sitting for a while, which it was. He said the oil was a little milky because of condensation and stuff like that, which I do know is a thing. If you know your bike just sits around all the time and you barely ever ride it, you're gonna get condensation in the crankcase and stuff like that. So I was like, all right. So good thing I was not actually out there wrapping it out, because it probably wasn't the best oil in the bike at the time. But you know, that's why I don't really go around ripping them after I first grab them. I get them home and then you do your first maintenance on it, because you really never know what the person did with this bike before you. I mean, I have an idea what the guy did with this before me, but for all I know, he could be lying and be a load of shit. Oddly enough, the guy had quite a bit of videos up on Facebook, which, hey, I can't really say much. He was getting more reviews than I was, so is what it is. But so I could see the bike, definitely he's ridden the bike, you know, but I kind of think maybe he was just one of those people who rode it every now and again. It was more or less kind of like a staple for somebody to look at type thing, because but yeah, I'm still getting used to her. It's a little odd. I feel like semi at home, because parts of it just reminds me of driving my other sport bikes, but then I'm just used to being on a cruiser right now, so taking it easy on her for a minute. But I assume probably after a few months of adjusting to the bike, maybe even less, who knows, sometimes we're a little dumb over here, that I'll feel right back at home on this thing. It's already just a peach to ride. It's nice and smooth. I cannot... Oh, there's a possum on the side of the road. And he was alive, not dead. I cannot lie. This is the cleanest, and I do mean cleanest, sport bike I have ever even ridden on. Everything, man. It's just, everything is still brand new on it almost. I mean, you could tell it hasn't been taken apart and shit like that. The fairings, they still fit perfect like they're from factory. Everything's nice and tight. When I'm riding, I don't hear lots of rattling and weird little shit like that makes me want to, you know, figure out little things about the bike. So for me, I feel like this is going to be a perfect platform. And in the future, I'd like to see some track days. Me and my buddy, the one with the R6, have been talking quite a bit about doing track days, because, you know, hell, why not? I want to actually extract what I can out the bike, and I want to be able to get really good at riding. You know, part of that is going to be actually going to a track, because while I do like riding fast, you know, I don't always want to be riding fast on the streets. It's not always the safest thing you could possibly do whatsoever. This fucking Jeep. Didn't even have to look at that. Gotta give them no wave so they don't think I'm an asshole. Even though I guess that really don't matter. But yeah, now I'm ready to be making some videos and whatnot. I've kind of got some things lined up, so I'm really happy. And you know, a lot's changed over the past year, so I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe this year be a better year than last year. Last year was shit, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, it was shit. And then everything seems like it's starting to get a little more wilder with all the politics. Of course, I'm not really gonna go into all of that, just simply because I don't think it really belongs here on a channel like this. But it is wild, it is getting wild out there. But To any of y'all that actually see this come up that's been watching for a little bit and is probably wondering about the lack of videos, you know, I'm not dead. I guess I've just been lazy. I haven't even been really had the bug to really do much, so I haven't really done much but work and then kind of get things in the place I want them to be. Now that all the hard working part's done, maybe I'll get back to playing a little bit. But yeah, you guys, this is a wonderful fucking bike. I'm so happy with it right now, and I really am ready to see some videos out there with me and my buddy, man. I'm not gonna lie, I think y'all are gonna enjoy it if y'all are into the sport bike stuff, you know. I'm sure the Harley people, they could probably care a little less about what the hell retarded shit I'm doing on this, because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ, man, there ain't shit out here for parking. It's stupid. Some of the shit's stupid, and I'm not gonna lie, I will be participating in my own set of tomfoolery on this thing. But yeah, if that's the kind of content y'all like, I think I'm gonna set it up to where I've got some like cruiser videos, and then I'll have some sport bike videos. So maybe I'll have a good little mix of everything. Also, if y'all like to see you know, some gun stuff come up on the channel, let me know. I do have fun with the guns, and I have thought about maybe putting them up on the channel, but just haven't done it yet. So you guys just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. If not, who gives a shit? I'll talk to y'all later.